So many people practice screaming for years without seeing progress, and they hope that if they just keep putting in more reps, things will somehow magically click. But on the other hand, I see people unlock their screams on the first day in only a few short moments. So that proves that it's theoretically possible for you to unlock your fry screams right now.
So, what makes some people unlock their fries quick while others can't? Well, a lot of people think it's because they haven't found the right approach for them, but often they don't have the right beliefs about the scream.
Because you can try as many approaches as you want, but if your beliefs are wrong, then the way you approach your approaches is going to be off. So I'm going to show you 4 beliefs that are holding you back from unlocking your fry scream literally right now. Belief number 1. Brittany believed fry screams should feel effortless and light. And I had this belief too when I was starting out. A screaming teacher once told me that it should feel effortless, which really reinforced this idea that I really shouldn't put that much muscle in it. But the reality is nuanced. Imagine you're learning to bounce on a tightrope. If you see an expert bouncing, they'll look very at ease. But the problem? You don't have the muscle coordination yet to do it in the same light way. So it's natural that you're going to go through a phase where you're using a lot of muscle and you're flexing and jerking violently back and forth just to maintain your balance. That's just a natural part of getting better. If you try and skip that phase, you'll never make it to the end phase. But eventually, as you get better and better at finding your balance, then this really hard flexing will then turn into, okay, I only need to use these small motions. Oh, okay, it's not that hard now. And so that reveals the main issue with his belief. If you're a beginner trying to optimize for effortlessness and lightness, you'll likely undershoot the scream because you're trying to go too relaxed too early. So I want you to give yourself permission to put in more effort and more muscle in the short term to find the distortion. And once you can recreate the distortion consistently, then you can optimize for comfort and being relaxed. Belief number 2. Brittany next believed that fry screams should always be in head voice, which is your Mickey Mouse talking range. And there are many popular YouTube tutorials that say this. And although that is a valid way to do fry screams, what Brittany and many people don't understand is that there are different types of fry screams. So yes, you can fry scream in what's called your head voice, but you could also fry scream in what's called your chest voice, hey, which is what I'm talking in right now, your mixed voice, which is a combination of the two, and even something called your whistle register. So once Brittany let go of this belief that fry scream should only be in head voice, then she was able to experiment in other ranges. So I personally learned how to do fry screams in my chest voice first. Then I took my learnings and then was able to learn head voice fry screams afterwards much more easily. And by the way, if you're struggling with getting fry distortion in any range, I've got a free training that walks you through different approaches step by step. And it'll also show you how to get free live feedback from me. If you're interested in that, then click the link in the description. Back to the video. The next belief that Brittany had is that she believed that there shouldn't be a lot of air usage, when in reality, there should be 0 air usage. So if you have airy or breathy screams, that's because you're using breath as the base of your scream. And that leads to your scream being breathy and light. And what Brittany and many others think they need to do in order to fix this airiness is to add voice into the mix. But if you simply add voice onto your breath, it will still make your screams sound airy. In other words, what you got to do instead is that you need to completely replace all traces of air with voice. So don't sound like this. Completely remove all the breathy elements and have it be pure voice. Once Brittany corrected this belief, she was able to finally get some more volume behind her attempts. Belief number 4. So Brittany's final belief that was holding her back was that the scream should be based in this sound called vocal fry. Okay, so in order to explain why this is wrong, I want you to imagine that someone is trying to teach you how to run. But their instructions were to walk faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Although on one level, it seems logical that you could end up with a run, but what most people end up doing with those instructions is that they end up walking faster and faster and faster until they are power walking, but not running. And although running and power walking both use your legs, you're using them in very different modes. And that's the problem with the advice saying that you should use vocal fry to unlock your scream. Vocal fry happens when you take your vocal cords and you blubber them together like this. But in order to do a proper fry scream, your vocal cords need to close tightly so that they compress and sputter like this. Oh! It's a completely different mode of using your vocal cords compared to vocal fry. And once Brittany corrected this belief along with the several others, she finally unlocked her fry scream without ever needing to do vocal fry. So, as a recap, here are the now corrected beliefs that allowed Brittany to unlock her fries. Belief 1, don't optimize for effortlessness too early. Give yourself permission to use effort and even strain in the short term. And once you find the distortion, then you can optimize for effortlessness. Belief 2, fry screams don't just exist in head voice. You can try chest voice, mixed voice, and other registers. Belief 3, don't add voice to breath, replace all breath with voice. You want to use zero air usage, not just low air usage. Belief 4, vocal fry and fry screams are completely different modes, and you don't necessarily have to use vocal fry at all to create a fry scream distortion. So a lot of the beliefs that you have about screaming are invisible, but they're still affecting what you're willing to try. So write them down, question them, because if you're not getting the results you want, it might not be about the approach you're trying, it might be about the beliefs you are protecting. Now, everyone's voice is different, so if you're struggling with any of these screams or need some extra help, I've got that free training in the description, and it'll show you how to get free live feedback from me. So check that out.